weed device. More weed. Spooky. Hello, everybody. Thought I'd come in and play a little bit more Rocket League today. Play a couple games here. Smoke some more weed with folks. Hang out. Enjoy the afternoon. So we'll go ahead and get this started. Heating up here. And because it is the middle of the afternoon and I'm talking like this, my dogs are all agitated. Let's see if I can actually, if I've set it up so you can actually see them. Here's one. There's one right here. I'm always talking about one. And there's one who's just, look at him. Little rat fink. And this is after like half an hour of really, really intense frisbee. And he's still such a piece of shit. But there are other two over there on that couch as well. Now I'm going to go back to the other view. I just wanted to prove that I do actually have dogs, that they're not figments of my imagination. And we're almost ready at 350 out of 360 here. And as I said, we're going to play a couple games of Rocket League. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about liberty. And we're going to talk about the pursuit of happiness, what that means, why Thomas Jefferson is a hypocrite, why he was kind of a cool guy, why he was also way more of a piece of shit than a cool guy. But you know, if there's one thing that America excels at, it's hypocrisy. So looks like maybe we are live, I think. Just gonna make sure here, you know, and then we'll get started with all the fun. Okay, yes, it does look live. Let's make sure we mute that because nobody wants to hear me twice, least of all myself. And then I'm just going to make sure I'm live other places, and then we will be good. Looking good there. Beautiful. And then maybe also on the Facebook Lives. Oh, anyways, I haven't been doing this now that it is fully gone. Let's do it. Wonderful. Stephanie, welcome. Thanks for joining us again. How are you today, my friend? Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. I keep playing Rocket League. I keep wanting to play other things as well, because I don't actually think Rocket League is the most compelling format for both enjoying weed with people and playing something. The sort of time to that you have to have on your controller, your hands on your controller, to being able to talk to the audience and do weed ratio is pretty low with Rocket League, as you might imagine. But I haven't figured out anything better. I'm not very good at like the games that people like to watch, like competitive shooters. But I've also thought about Civilization, that kind of stuff. But I've done it before. I just get really myopic and just tend to just play Civ because I'm an addict, and Civilization is like fentanyl. So that doesn't really work either. But if anybody has any good solution for a game, something active we can do, and also something that will allow us to talk more and do more weed. It's what everybody wants in life. So we'll do our customary first capsule here. We'll do this whole wood, usually about 10 nice big hits or so. And then after we finish this first one, we'll take ourselves our first break, move on to our first game of Rocket League of the day. You're crazy. You're crazy, buddy. You really are. That is mighty fine and stuff. And by mighty fine, I mean totally serviceable. Which for with me and weed, totally serviceable is also known as more than good enough. Joe Dub says, many milligrams are in each capsule? That would be very difficult to estimate quickly, Joe Dub. Rough guess. Doing some division with the amount of knowing I have used about an eighth over about the past 2 weeks and trying to estimate how many capsules that has been. And then estimating the potency of the weed, that eighth, and then dividing it by those total number of capsules. That's more math than I'm capable or comfortable of doing right now with you, Joe Deb. Not that it's that hard, but a very, very, very back of the envelope calculation would tell you it's probably something like in the realm of like 20 milligrams, well, 10 to 20 milligrams per capsule, based just on the number of capsules that I have produced out of an eighth. And assuming it's about 20% THC. And of course, you don't actually use all of that THC in your vape session. Some of it retains, or some of it is actually still in the weed itself, which you can extract out using whatever decarbing process you like. I've got an Art Nova, and I like to make some canna butter with good old-fashioned AVB, already vaped, but don't you love how unpretentious like stoner acronyms are? AVB. Nothing special about that, nothing tricky. Already vaped bud. Short and to the point. No confusing that. Okay. Well, that is one of those down. Let us join a queue and play a game or two. Casual, because that's about where I'm at. Okay, good old 3v3. Need those teammates. Oh, that was quick. I was planning on doing a puff go, but no mo. You gotta get the head in the game. Or something. Well, come on, Silence God 93. Oh, what a shot. Oh, Silence God 93. I'd say best name has to be Fat Ma. That name can be read several different ways. Again, short, succinct, to the point, funny. Oh, chodes. Ooh. Well, tried the bicycle kick. Oh, I got it that time. I'm a regular Liu Kang. I just need a cool Bruce Lee style yell when I do my bicycle kick. And then I need a lot of old ladies to tisk about my violence and how I'm ruining the children. Whew. I almost did ruin the children. Good thing they're all about just as bad as me. Otherwise, that could have been a real fudge up. Oh, that's a fudge up. That's a fudge up. Nitro Splicer, welcome, man. Good to see you again. It says, hey, we just wanted to pop in and say sorry I never got back to you. I know it's been forever, and I've been sick. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I've been dealing with hospital crap ever since, but glad to see you're still active. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Glad to be here. Hope you are doing better. Hope the family is doing better as well. Trying times. And if you're ever interested again in the future, just let me know, man. You know, absolutely no rush or no expectation. But again, thanks for popping in, dude. Glad to see you are relatively okay. Well, Fat Ma, that's the right way. Oh my God. Oh boy. Maybe that capsule was a little stronger than I thought. Oh, look at these guys with their fancy schmancy aerial skills. Really rubbing it in my face. It's like, hey, I know you're cool that you can, you know, fly and shit, but you have to make me feel so inadequate and bad about my lack of skill? And the answer is, of course. But it's just rank jealousy, to be honest. I totally wish I was that cool. Let's go for it. Well, see? We got this, Fat Mom. Well, it's a shot on goal. That's my best attempt yet. Well, good for them. That's okay. It's just setting me up as the underdog here, giving you somebody to root for. Low Eyes says, what's up? What's good? Wheat's not too much. Low Eyes, welcome back, man. Good to see you back here. Oh, that's fiddlesticks. Back here on another stream. And I'm glad to be performing at the level that I... Oh my God. 100% my fault. Any Luis. No. However you say your name. Great shot. My teammates. I'll flagellate myself for that later. Nitro says, much appreciated, man. Hanging in there, and the family is doing okay. Trying to get back into making some music, rocking some edibles today too. Well, I hope you get back to the music making, man. Get something creative, some of that creative energy out, and I hope those edibles are enjoyable, and maybe even hope you make some of those beats. And if you're still out there, Nitro Splicer, what kind of music do you make? Actually, I'd be curious to know. Low Eyes, by the way, says, puffing on this gelato 3-3 cured resin cartridge by Friendly Farms. Well, Low Eyes, I have actually done a couple of the good old Friendly Farms cured resin cartridges myself. They're a pretty good deal. My dispensary has them at like half grams at a pittance at like $30 with all in. Very good deal for something that seems like a pretty high quality product. So I'm glad you're enjoying it as well, man. Oh, Oh God, I don't want to rematch. I want the hell right on out of this crew of killers. Oh, look at us. We both had almost the same score, my fellow loser. Oh, I meant to do a weed thing, but well, you know what? What's going on here? Oh, it's just finding players. Perfect. We'll do a Puffco peek here in the meantime. While we are getting all selected up, get a little bit of this wax here. All right, in you go, little nuggy. Load it up. Still haven't cleaned it. I promise I will consider. Oh shoot! It also needs more water, but oh boy, everything about this is terrible. I've made huge mistakes in my life. I regret everything I've ever done. Oh my God, this is. I regret everything. I that led up to this moment. Please, world, forgive me. Yes, teammate. Oh, and it's perfect. It's just done. Well, oh my God. Teammates, forgive me. Even though you shouldn't. Oh God. I'm such a piece of shit. I mean, I'm playing solid D is what I mean. And now I'm back. Nothing had ever even happened. Guys, don't rat me out for that. Well, you probably should. Wait, what's his name? Reverse Bone? Oh my God, Reverse Bone. What an incredible name. Just one that I'm instantaneously jealous of. Reverse Bone. It could mean so many things, but yet it's so totally innocuous at the same time. That's a man who knows how to make a funny internet handle. Reverse Bone. It's a totally innocuous. Anything you could perceive in it is all in your head because it just Reverse Bone. Two harmless little words. Well, they've got a good goalie. These guys work as a unit. This is what I imagine G-Unit would be like if Fitty hadn't broken them up. God damn you, Fitty. Oh. What the hell happened? Did we... Oh my God. That must have been one atom away. One electron. One and zero. One from the game calculating that as a goal. I saw it as 100% gray on my screen, I swear. Oh, good for you, Reverse Bone. Oh, boners. Reverse Bone! Oh, he Reverse Boned me. Shit. You know what? Motherfucker didn't even Reverse Bone me there. This dude just straight up gave me the bone. He gave me so much of the bone that it felt like it was being reversed, but that was just it going all the way through and back around the other side. No reversal required. Good for him. Oh, wait, we've got another guy Reverse Spares? Well, they're a team. and funny wounds. Oh, bollocks. Oh, you old reverse B. Oh, I haven't been paying attention to chat. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry, I've been too busy getting this the old RB here. I'll catch up in just a second. You know, it would be real criminal to stop paying attention now. Oh, shart. Oh, boners, 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 and boners. And reverse boners. Where are we at? I promised I was going to read chat. Forgot. Bad man. This is where heroes are made! And I'll let you know if I find one. And what it's like to be made as one if I ever encounter one. Because, ain't none in here. Well, that was a lucky break. I think I more stole that other guy's goal, which I feel bad about, but yeah, I just took it from that guy. I have not been a shining beacon of player etiquette and grace this game, but you know, it's Rocket League. You're gonna have to throw some bows. Says the guy from the losing team. Oh my gee. Don't call it a comeback. Okay, this is a I mean, I've seen enough movies to know exactly how this is gonna go. So get ready for the champagne. Start taking that bottle and, well, it's more of a in Friday Night Lights scenario, I guess, than a whatever the sports movie where they win. Miracle. But that gives us an opportunity to take a smoke break. So let's exit to the main menu for a moment. And catch up here on chat as well. And you know what? I'll even switch the camera over. Why not? Chat. That's what I keep saying. Low Eyes. He got his friendly farms by a licensed delivery service for $40, but they had $5 off, so $35 for a cartridge delivered. Not a bad deal, man. Not a bad deal at all. It's a miracle. The world we live in, if you enjoy weed and, you know, a few other ways. Nitro Splicer says, thanks, man. Got some of those Kiva Camino gummies, and they're great so far. I mostly make electronic stuff like EDM and video game tunes, but trying to branch out to more genres. Well, in case you missed it, Nitro Splicer is a tunes maker. He's a beats maker, but he's into the EDM stuff and makes video game music. Do you mean like chip tunes, Nitro Splicer? Are you playing like, you know, making like MIDI-based tunes using like whatever the tools they would have had on the SNES Or do you make music that is sort of more inspired by video games, whether that's the type of music, the genre of music, or I guess the way music is even performed. All of that is very different in video games than other kinds of media that use music. Okay. Nitrous Splicer says reverse bone is what happens to him when it's too cold out. The George Costanza. I was in the pool. The I was in the pool defense. But good of you to admit it up front. That way, you go ahead and head off any potential embarrassments in one's future. Not that should be embarrassing in any way, shape, or form. All dong sizes are beautiful. I mean, not to me, but to people who like them. But I guess, in the same way that I'm supposed to say all things are, I guess they are to me in some abstract sense. But every dong size, you are beloved by all, except those that you aren't. But I guess in the same abstract way. Whatever. Let's stop talking about dongs. Carson says gang shite. Well, welcome, Carson. Not sure what that's referring to, but thanks for joining us. Brandon M. Introducing himself, says smoking in a wood of some indoor cereal milk from cookies. Well, if I wasn't familiar with weed lingo, I would say that you are just spitting out random nouns there, Brandon M. But knowing weed, I would say, I hope you enjoy that strain from that farm or dispensary or a manufacturer, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Welcome, Brandon. Thanks for sharing. Low-Eye says he went to McDonald's for their new chicken sandwiches. Mickey D's getting on that chicken sandwich game a year too late, it seems. Says, I ordered a spicy chicken and they gave him a crispy chicken. They better give him a free large fries on his way back. I bet you if you try the old honey instead of vinegar or whatever the sweet substance and sour, bitter substance metaphor you like will work if you go and are totally understanding of, it sucks. There's no getting past the fact that having your order get fudged up on you, SUXs, and I've had it happen, and I have acted less than gratefully in my past. But I always wish that I hadn't. And I always think the better outcomes are from being understanding. Not telling you what to do. If you want to be go raise hell, you do you, Low Eyes, because we all deserve our spicies instead of crispies, especially when it's a new sandwich launch. It's a big day for everybody. Let's get them right, McDonald's. The world's counting on us here. Also, pay your employees more. Dehydrated Potato, welcome, French Fry, says, stop acting like weed is a drug. It's a medicine, at LOL. Well, Dehydrated Potato, I say potato, you say potato. Or alternatively, why not both? It is, there is, that is a distinction in search of a category. Those things are really the same things, and all things that are medicines can be harmful drugs in some contexts, and all things, well, not all things that are harmful drugs can be helpful things in sometimes. I mean, I can't imagine there's ever a positive use case for a crocodile, for example, but largely that's true. You are very much correct in calling me out, Dehydrated Potato. I am not using it as a medicine now. I'm not utilizing it in its the way that some people do. But what is a medicine anyways, especially if it's, quote unquote for something like something more cerebral, like anxiety or whatever. Those things, they're hard to describe what they are or where they manifest physically, anyways. And they only really exist on some kind of a spectrum. They're not any kind of thing. So if somebody uses weed because they enjoy it in a way they define as recreational, because they enjoy the experience that weed, or how weed makes them feel. What is really the difference between that and somebody who says they take it because they feel a certain way and weed makes them not want to feel that way, and label that, say, depression or anxiety? My guess is that it is purely a matter of labeling. I don't know that for sure, but my point is, you are very correct. I'm not using weed in a way that a doctor would prescribe, because I am not suffering from any of those afflictions, and I wouldn't necessarily find weed helpful. I can't say that I would. But much like people who do take weed for certain afflictions, I take weed because I enjoy the way it makes me feel, which is really very little different than saying I take weed because it makes me not feel this way. But again, probably largely semantic. And nobody likes a pedant except for me. I think pedants are cool. Not really. I don't know why I said that. And nobody really does like pedants. Let me tell you why. Let me give you many reasons. Why is my visage so... oh, wow, now we're in total darkness. Okay. I guess I didn't even do any more weed, which I promised. Let's do one more weed. I answered one question in an obnoxiously long, borderline pretentious way. Let's, blunt some of those impulses to be a dick with weed, because I like the way it makes me feel. Nitro Splicer says, LOL, all dongs are valid. Yes, bring back hashtag all dongs are valid, hashtag all dongs are beautiful. Not trying to make light of any movements that are out there that sort of have similar slogans, but I can't even remember why we were talking about beautiful dongs. But I guess I still endorse it. Nitro Splicer just says, to answer your question, which let's see if I can figure out what the question I asked him is by the context of his answer. To answer your question, mostly music inspired by video games or made to feel like an OST. Tried chiptune stuff, but I suck horribly at it. Well, thanks for the answer, Nitro Splicer, and I do know the question now. And I'm glad I asked it, because I thank you for taking the time to answer. I asked him what kind of video game music he makes, or he said he made video game music, and I asked him to clarify, because I wasn't sure if that meant he makes music that uses technology, using like soundboards or the chips from the guts from an SNES to like make chip tunes or whatever, or if he just meant the style of video game music, and it seems like the latter, which is cool, and probably an interesting experience, because video game music especially has to be so adaptive, and it has to be something that you can listen to for way too many hours, depending on the game, and somehow not get totally sick of. It's a delicate balance, and especially games that have cool soundtracks that like dynamically switch from you're out in an open world to a combat scenario. All that stuff's cool. I bet it's a cool project to work on. Eddie says, dab. Oh, I didn't even know there was a little dab emote emoji. That's cool. Maybe I'll do one before our last game here. Jared Jeff says Rocket League with performance enhancers equals the path to victory. I wish that were true. I'm uh, demonstrating that is not. But you know what? We're gonna do one more after this here, and we'll see if we can't come out a winner today. Nitro Splicer says dehydrated potato. Amen to that. It's crazy how normalized alcohol is in comparison when it's so much more dangerous and harmful. It's that is a factoid that we have everybody has known since middle school. You know, and because of that, because like it's everybody has known it. It's like the first thing you learn about when somebody is trying to tell you, like, oh, no, weed's not bad. It's actually way less dangerous than alcohol. That sort of blunts the rhetorical or uh, the force of that fact and what it should do. Like people just brush that fact off that don't believe in legalized cannabis. I mean, not that there are many of those left, but for years, though, let's go back in time. That very simple, but absolutely unassailably true fact that was just could not be impeached. That fundamental idea that weed is both less harmful on a personal level and less harmful on a societal level than alcohol is just objectively true. But yet we not only permit alcohol, but we embrace it. We revel in it and all its noxious side effects. And the fact that for years we just like said, oh, we just dismissed it because it's a stoner argument. Of course they're gonna, say shit like that. It's just again proof positive of how much Americans love to reject evidence and just continue to against all possible reason and logic and evidence and in fact, like we'll just say no because this is the way it's always been done, and goddamn anybody for trying to make us do differently. And then we'll pepper over that with the idea of saying everybody loves freedom and loves being their own iconoclastic American. It's just such a fucking wonderful racket. I love it. Let's get through this. I'm going to stop bitching about America. I've been so pessimistic. I owe you guys some more positivity. There's a cool dog right here. She's sleeping. She doesn't want to hear me rant and rave either. Eddie says, dealt with the farm for years and years, and $55 a visit every 2 weeks or less was getting too much, and I can just tell the toll on how the drug affected me badly. THC has been a better alternative. Well, I'm very glad to hear that, Eddie, and I hope things continue to get better for you. And I appreciate you being here, man, and thanks for sharing, dude. Kusari says, let's do one more weed. I guess in quotations, maybe I said that, which if I did, of course, always. Low Eye says, anyone else excited for the release movie of Godzilla vs. King Kong? Grew up watching Godzilla, so as an adult, I'm excited as fuck, LOL. Low Eyes, yes, I feel like I am more excited than most people should be, certainly based on the quality of all the franchises in the past. I love monster movies. I always have. I grew up, like you, watching black and white Godzilla movies. The first one I watched was Godzilla vs. King Kong. I loved it, watched it dozens of times probably as a kid. And many of the other, whatever ones I could acquire in buttfuck East Tennessee, watched them all, but not just those, like, it came from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or just any of those classic big monster movies. Also love modern giant monster movies. And while the previous two movies in this, Kong and King Kong, or Godzilla, three movies, I guess, because there's Kong Skull Island and two Godzillas. neither of them, or none of them rather, are particularly good or exciting. I do have to stick up for the most recent one, King of the Monsters, if only because I did see it in the biggest IMAX, I think, in the country, and it was the only way to see that movie. It's a terrible movie by any metric of what you would want to consider based your metric or rubric on what a good movie is. Do you care about the characters? Does the plot make any sense? Does it make you feel any sort of human emotions? No, absolutely not. But on the visceral smashy oh my god, Independence Day Roland Emmerich scale, A plus. Terrible movie that I absolutely loved seeing in theaters. So yes, I'm excited. Also, not only that, and I promise I'm almost done, and then we'll get to Rocket League. I have a uh, absolute to the end of time defender of Peter Jackson's King Kong. I think it is an incredible movie, an underrated movie in every metric. It did portend the late stage Peter Jackson. Like you can see the bones of the Hobbit in there, or where the Hobbit's going to be, or how it's going to come to be, namely the editor problem. But even still, I absolutely love King Kong. I couldn't love it more. I love the notion of King Kong. So I'm super excited with you, Low Eyes. Fingers crossed that they make one that's good, but that seems far-fetched. Anyways, welcome, Grovel. So glad you could join us. Low Eye says they end King of the Monsters was good, but I feel like it could have been better. The only way, again, to see it and to have enjoyed it in any real way is in the biggest IMAX, with the speakers so loud that they are genuinely uncomfortable and cause concern about the health of your ears. That's the only way to watch King of the Monsters. And again, terrible movie, loved every second of it. Wish I could experience it again. But the monster designs, I think, are pretty cool, which is obviously a huge part of a monster movie. I do think Godzilla and Kong look pretty cool, man. Oh, what a save. Rubbing it in my face. I'm excited to see all they put in there, Low Eyes. I've purposely avoided all trailers. I'm for years I've becoming more and more of a trailer hater. It's almost totally absolute at this point. I try to avoid any. If there's something I'm interested in, like I know I'm interested in ahead of time, like I just try to avoid any sort of footage or trailer or boners. Oh man, I ran out of juice. Wrecked him. A lovely header. Well, that's... Oh, I still had a chance, but I blew it. Oh. Loser. Man, if I had been a worthy teammate, I would have been there. I disappointed you. I let you down, Howie. Oh, and Oh, Howie. I'm sorry, man. Your Growlixes are getting real, Oh, I feel like that wasn't my fault, maybe. We done you dirty again, Howie. I feel like if you're always doing people dirty whose name are Howie, though. You can't really take somebody seriously whose name is Howie. He's dropping the hate again. I tried to make you proud of me, Howie. We might come down to some sudden death. No, we won't. We got this. We got Howie. When you got Howie, oh, I'm not even playing Rocket League. Oh my God. Holy shit, guys, you are, I'm so, that's because I'm high. Nothing, whoops. My bad. Well, you can see what's happening now. Well, John 37, welcome, man. You just missed a classic blunder. I feel like I stole Howie's goal. Howie, forgive me! Oh, please forgive me, Lord Howie. Well, maybe it wasn't his goal. Grovel says he's excited for the new Mortal Kombat movie. I heard people were really happy with the trailer, Grovel. I could definitely use the HBO Max thing with having all of, Warner Brothers movies for free. If you have HBO Max, that's free is a weird way to describe something you're paying for. It's great, though. I mean, it sucks that I'm not going to see Dune in theaters, or I'm not going to see, King Kong versus Godzilla in theaters. But it's so cool that just to know that many weeks there are decent movies worth watching at home, even in this pandemic. And I'm really happy about that. So I will definitely be watching Mortal Kombat because I have HBO Max. And who doesn't want to see your favorite characters from the 90s killing each other in brutal, grisly ways? I think we're only allowed to enjoy that if it's a horror movie, not if it's a fight to the death. But I suspect we'll get over ourselves and get around to streaming it anyways. I certainly know I plan on it. Unless it ends up being a total disaster, and then I'll say I won't watch it, but probably will at 2 a.m. One night anyways, and feel bad about it later. Speaking of feeling bad about things later, I'm going to go ahead and take off, guys. It has been nice hanging out with you as always. Really enjoyed it. We're going to start doing slightly longer streams in the future. Still don't know what time of day I'll be on, but I'll probably be doing mostly once a day, every weekday for about an hour for a little bit, and then a little longer next week. Until then, everybody stay high, stay healthy. We'll see everybody soon. I'm sorry if I missed anybody out there in chat, like John or Looney Reviews. I'm sorry. But we'll all catch you next time.